Every so often, an event comes along so rare that it shocks us to our very core, combining entertainment, intricate knowledge, charisma, and devilishly good looks.
Boring!
Man, shut up and talk hoops.
Do you find you're much more relaxed doing these?
Totally.
Yeah.
It's a conversation, bro.
But like this time I was just like, get me into it. I just couldn't wait to fucking do it.
I think there was a bit more consciousness around, we're doing a recording. Now it's a conversation and the recording's just happening, right?
Yeah, 100%. Studio. I've told you I've nicknamed this the mothership, right? All right.
We're good.
Back at the mothership.
All right.
We've had a feed. We're ready to go.
You've gone through your top 10.
My top 10. Which,
controversial as fuck.
No.
Yeah.
Only if you're an Olajuwon dick hugger. Are you an Olajuwon dick hugger?
Mate, we love dick.
Oh, man.
Brady Dick's a great player.
We can recycle that dick joke.
Over and over and we will.
That's dick is best enjoyed over and over and over, is it not?
When you're onto a good thing and good dick.
All right. So next week next recording we're gonna get rid of the goat poster and we're gonna get dick. We're gonna get a dick jersey.
For those who may not know, that is a player named Brady Dick.
No, I'm just gonna actually just put a big dick.
Penis.
Just a big dick up there. Why not?
Why not?
So we knocked through my top 10 list.
We did. And to your credit, there was a lot of players on there that are absolutely justified of being there. The order.
So just in case some assholes weren't actually listening to that episode, and you definitely lovely assholes should go back and listen to that first one.
And we say lovely in the most respectful, lovely way.
Absolutely. Like and subscribe, rate and review. Yeah, that's a good fucking point. Please subscribe to this pod. Please subscribe. We've got too many people that are lurking. Like I used to be a Facebook lurker. You know what I mean? I'd be part of communities and I wouldn't post anything ever. I would just lurk. I'd lurk and comment occasionally. Don't be a lurker. Subscribe, help us out.
Get involved. We love it.
So my number 10 was Penny Hardaway. Number 9, Chris Webber.
Chris Mace-Webber.
Number 8, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Boner contention.
Well, you got a boner. Boner contention. What a name. 8, Olajuwon. 7, Grant Hill. 6, Jason Kidd. 5,
KG.
No. The man, Larry Bird.
I think KG.
KG, number 4. Number 3, Magic Johnson. Number 2, Shaquille O'Neal. And number 1,
the GOAT.
MJ.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Inarguable.
Good list. It's a good list.
It's a robust list. Holes, but robust.
And that was my list. So you reconfirm the rules of the top 10. Let the viewers know what they are getting and what they're not getting.
Okay, so this is not a top 10 of the greatest players of all time. This is a top 10 list of players we love to watch, that we connected with, that made us feel something, that made us love the game. Aesthetically, culturally, whatever, there was a connection made with these players. And what they did impressed us so much that they made a list, this list in particular, that we, in essence, would put as the top 10 players that made that list.
Well, you promised me it was going to be a little bit eclectic.
Yes. So very different to yours. There's a few players on here you go, what the fuck? But there's reasons for that.
So I want you to go through your top 10 and the duplicates that we had. I still want you to name them as they come in the order.
Okay.
Don't just name them all out now. Just do your top 10 as you were going to do your top 10, and the duplicates will come when they come.
Okay. So we'll let it organically happen, and when we get there, we get there.
Exactly.
All right. So
Gimme.
Moose's top 10 lists of favorite players to watch, connect with, and fall in love with. Number 10.
Gimme.
Dennis Rodman.
Oh, shit.
The worm.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, of all the things I was expecting, that was not one.
Well, you know I'm a D guy. Dennis Rodman, I'll get all his stats in a second. But
Bro, you promised me you were going to shock me. And that
I did it with number 10.
not in a you were giving me shit for fucking some of my guys. Even the honorable mentions could possibly be outrating Dennis Rodman, but I don't want to hijack.
So, you know I'm a defensive guy. I love players who play defense. I love players that are intense. I love players who can play mind games and fuck around with you. I don't think there's any better player ever who's played the game than Dennis Rodman in that space.
Absolutely.
Didn't care about offense, even though he wasn't unoffensive himself. He could shoot. And there was times when he actually averaged decent numbers on the offensive side of the game, but he just didn't give a shit. Dennis the Worm Rodman, that's it. Throwing the body on the line.
I don't think I've ever seen a player get horizontal more when they're chasing a ball.
Yes. And not to that, get horizontal and usually save it too.
Look at the height he got on that block.
6'8" maximum?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Possibly even 6'7"?
And not a lot of girth, and yet he guarded up like
Centers.
incredibly well.
7-foot centers. And look, I don't think there's been ever player in the league at all as crazy as him. He's certifiable crazy.
He's a nutbag. He's a nutbag.
Played in an era when it was tough. Drafted by the Detroit Pistons bad boys and was a cornerstone of that defense. Absolute nutcase. Total disregard for his body. And you know I love that. Players that go out there and leave nothing on the line.
And he's had some crazy games where he's had 30 rebounds and like less than 10 points, which is just, you just think like with surely offensive rebounds, he'd just go for the putback himself. But
he's had a 22 rebound game without taking a shot.
He's nuts. And, you know, he's actually a great passer as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't until he got to the Bulls that I really appreciated how great of a passer he was.
Yeah.
And Jordan's gone on record as saying his IQ was off the charts.
Yeah. So there's been stories about him when he would sit there, watch videotape, not for how to guard someone, to see how their missed shots would come off the rim and then get to that spot to get the rebound. I mean, I'm sorry. That understanding of the game and then figuring out what your advantage is over everyone and then exploiting that, fuck, man. Talk about it.
Man, I knew you loved defense. I didn't know you loved defense this fucking much.
But you can't tell me you're not watching a game and seeing the crazy shit he'd do on the court and not fall in love with what he's doing out there time and time again.
Do you remember in the finals when they played Seattle and how much he got under the skin of Kemp and Frank Bukowski? He fucking tormented them.
And they had no answer for him. None.
He just absolutely tormented them.
If I'm not wrong, I think Frank Bukowski got an intentional foul. Unfortunately, they were just shoving him because he just lost his shit out.
He totally got under their skin and he knew exactly what he was doing. He was just one of those defenders. He was just so smart. He would use every angle he could to try and win the competition.
Yeah. I do love that story from The Last Dance when they're talking about Dennis Rodman needing a break. His break was going to Vegas and not sleeping for 3 days. And he said he'd be back by a certain time.
Well, that was the great thing about Phil Jackson is that he was the exact kind of person to get the most out of Dennis because Dennis had worn out his welcome big time in San Antonio.
Nearly every team he played for.
Yeah, well, I mean, it started to go pretty sour toward the end there in Detroit. And then, you know, his time with San Antonio was so shit. They got him for basically nothing.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it was not Bill Winnington. There's another big stiff white center. Will Perdue? It might have been Will Perdue.
Yeah.
You might have got him for Will Perdue. It was something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It was a super shit package, but he'd been such a head case.
Yeah.
They just wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And then he comes to the Bulls and is just
And I remember they checked
incredible
in with Mike and Pip, and they checked in to say, what do you think? Both of them said, if he's going to rebound and play defense like he can, we'll have him.
And he was exactly what they needed.
Yeah.
Like when Jordan came back from retirement and I think was Orlando. They lost to Orlando that first year, and Horace had already gone to Orlando, and it was obvious they had a glaring hole at power forward.
Yeah,
and then fucking boom, he comes in and they win fucking 72 games. It's just he's a demon.
Yeah. So
He's a team. I don't know whether I would have put him in my top 10, but
Quick snapshot on his stats. Career stats, points per game, 7.3. Rebounds per game, 13.1. Played between 86 and 2000. 5 times NBA champion. 2 with Detroit, 3 with Chicago. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. 7-time rebounding champion consecutive.
fuck.
7 straight years rebounding champ.
That's crazy, hey?
2-time NBA All-Star, 8-time All-Defensive in the Hall of Fame. Best season, 18.7 rebounds per game. That's
Man.
for a guy who's 6'8". I'm sorry.
That would have been San Antonio, surely.
I
think it was.
No, Detroit, 91-92, when he won Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah.
18 boards a game in Detroit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nuts, right? Absolutely nuts. And he averaged 10 points a game then, 9.8.
You'll never see a stat line like that again. 10 points, 18 rebounds.
Nuts.
And Defensive Player of the
Absolutely
Year.
nuts.
I mean, Draymond Green could only dream of that kind of season.
And then the crazy off-the-court shit. During a finals run, he went to wrestle with Hulk Hogan. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, who does that? It's just nuts, right?
He married Carmen Electra.
Married himself. Remember?
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I remember he's wearing that wedding dress as well. Yeah, he was a lunatic.
He was a lunatic. And I appreciate lunatics because I think every team needs someone a little bit off center, right? Not maybe as far as Dennis, but he was perfect for the Bulls.
I mean, apart from Jordan being on there, a really iconic team, like lots of characters. I mean, Luke Longley,
First Australian NBA.
Yeah, Kukoc and
Steve Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr's Hall of Fame fucking coach. And yeah, they're pretty interesting team.
Eclectic, my friend.
You did promise me eclectic. Fuck, did you ever deliver? Holy shitbags.
All right. So, okay to be on the top 10? Now, by the criteria. Yeah,
understandable.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Understandable.
This one, so number 9. Number 9 is an interesting choice. I love the way he played, but also what he stood for. I'm a big fan of Muhammad Ali and his stance against aggression, against injustice and things like that. So number 9, formerly Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul-Raouf.
Abdul-Raouf. Now, he was on my honorable mentions.
He was.
So
he was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
100%.
One of the greatest shooters of all time and currently still the greatest free throw shooter of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 90.5%. Career stats, 14.6, assists 3.5. Was an absolute legend at LSU as a teammate of Shaquille O'Neal. So best season ever playing for the Denver Nuggets, 19.5 points a game, 3.6 assists, and 93% from the foul line. Just one of the quickest releases you've ever seen. And I forgot he did this.
Oh, yeah.
Dunk contest. Quick handles and that high release, fucking impossible to block half the time too.
Oh, man, his quick crossover.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So why I also admire him, and this is where it resonates with me. So when he converted to Islam and he took that stance to not stand for the American anthem as an objection to the wars and everything else, and especially to the Gulf War and stuff like that, and to take that at a time when you don't sit during the American national anthem, you stand up, hand on heart, sing that loud and proud, and he ultimately cost him his NBA career for the time that he refused to stand, and he didn't give up. And now he's playing in the 3-on-3, Ice Cube's 3-on-3, and still killing it as nearly a 60-year-old man with a grey beard and still got that stroking shot. He was part of that Denver team. That was a fucking cool Denver team too.
Oh, bro, we've got to do a pod just on the Denver team. I get sad when I look at his career because he
it was stolen from him.
He could and should have been so much more than what he was.
Yeah.
And
look how quick.
Nothing at all to do with his play.
No.
Because he was just electric.
He was robbed in his peak years too. Just like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali lost his title during his peak fighting years. Chris Jackson,
Oh.
Mahmoud, Abdul-Raouf, unfortunately lost his years at the same thing.
I mean, his handles were just crazy. He was just such a good player. Now, obviously, I'm agreeing with you on this one because he was in my honourable mentions, and I seriously thought about putting him in just because players like this can get forgotten to time, and he deserves his love.
Yeah.
Not as like a Steph Curry light, but just as a great player in his own right. I mean, Steph is probably the only comparison that we have for him just because of the quickness, the handle, the lightning quick release.
And I reckon if he was a volume 3-point shooter to the degree that it is now, he'd easily average 25 to 30.
Be a totally different player in today's NBA.
Actually, he's most probably before his time. If he was playing now,
Easily before his time. Easily.
So, Mahmoud Abdul-Raouf, number 9.
Very, very well done, mate.
Thank you. All right.
I see. I'm not as you were very aggressive with me.
I was. I was insulted by one of your choices, but not on the choice, by the number and where you had him on your list.
Fair call. Fair call.
All right.
I'll never speak disparagingly about Muhammad Ali. He got me on Muhammad Ali. Hakeem Olajuwon ever again.
Thank you.
And he was in my top 10.
I know.
Fuck yeah. Jesus Christ.
Just not where he should have been, but anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Moving on from point guards and guards to number 8 is a powerful power forward, play both ends of the floor. Sean the Rain Man Kemp.
Oh, fuck. Well, I actually thought you were going to say Charles Barkley there. I thought you were going to say Charles Barkley.
Arguably, and I know there's been a few good dunkers in this category. We're talking Dominique's, Vinsanity, all of those boys. Oh, Sean Kemp, some of his dunks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. So convince me.
Okay.
Convince me why he's better than your Blake Griffins and your Amare Stoudemire's.
He dunked in an era where it meant something. You would actually try to dunk on a player and let them know all about it. I think he most probably has a greater vertical leap than Blake Griffin, just visually. I'm not saying I've measured it or I know the stats on that. But some of the dunks he took on those alley-oops when they nicknamed him the Rain Man, Gary Payton throwing those up and he's going to go catch those. I'm sorry. He's gone fucking head-eye to the ring. And this sort of stuff, when he dunked on people, not just fucking down the fast break, going to a 360 windmill or whatever. He was in traffic throwing it down. Played both ends on the court, blocked shots, rebounded, averaged over 10 rebounds a game for a period of time.
Oh, fuck. And
that's a carry, by the way.
Some of his best dunks have been travels and carries.
This one. And easy. It looks easy for him.
He was really quick too in the open court, like much quicker than his contemporary power forwards. Just super quick and had the best possible partner in Gary Payton.
100%.
Who was just a great lob passer. And all he had to do was throw it just somewhere near.
He'd go find it.
Is this the real bad travel? Yeah. About 5 steps,
cool,
but we'll take it.
And just look how easy. Look how easy.
6'10" power, ups.
That's Clyde. He got Clyde then.
There you go. Boy, did he ever.
He did. That would have been some good matches, Seattle and Portland back in those days, eh?
Don't do that to our senior citizens. Kemp, what are you doing? Yeah, that was a great team, Seattle. Like at that time,
Gary Payton, Detlef Schrempf.
To me, along with maybe the Bulls as well, and possibly the Celtics. But to me, Charlotte, Orlando, and Seattle had the best uniforms.
Oh, he gets hit in the head there. Look at that.
Far out. Not, I'd say his legacy could possibly get dinged by the fact that, apart from the finals against Jordan, they underachieved in the playoffs.
Grabs it off the ring. Thank you.
As a team.
They did. And they did get knocked out as the first number 1 seed to lose to an 8 seed. That's going to be a blight, I'm sure.
Yeah, Denver. Not great. But yeah, not many power forwards better than him in the open court. And we were just talking off air about celebrations. Like he
He had
had
some of the best.
I mean,
he even dunked on his best mate too.
he'd be getting tech fouls all over the place
Look at that.
if
one
he played in
side of the ring to
today's
the other.
age. He had enough kind of ups and hang time to just kind of
Think about it when he's up there. What are you gonna do?
just create. Just do different things, whatever he wanted to do. Not the best stats-wise kind of guy, but we're talking about watchability here.
Watchability. And at the end of the day, I just loved watching him dunk the ball, man.
And I mean, he was a problem for the Bulls. And
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman had, he had the right mindset to try and take Kemp out of the game mentally because physically, I don't really think there's much he could do with him.
No.
And he was I reckon he was at the peak of his powers in that series against the Bulls.
Yeah.
That's probably about as good as I've seen him play.
And then what? After Seattle went to Cleveland and got fat?
Yeah.
And then did a stint in Orlando after that, I think?
He did, even fatter than Cleveland, because he still had some all-star years in
He
Cleveland.
did. I think he's also fathered 10 kids from 10 different women. You needed to keep on playing to pay all the fucking alimony. Oh, Dan Marley, smart move getting out of the way there.
Anytime you're anywhere near Kemp, man, get the fuck out of the way. You don't want to be anywhere near that guy.
Career stats, not a lot. 14.6, 8.4 rebounds, 1 block a game, but 6 All-Star appearances, 3 All-NBAs, career best season, not massive, 19.6, 11.4.
That was his career year.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So not a volume scorer or anything like that at all, but I still love watching him play. 1 NBA Finals appearance, losing to the Bulls, who didn't during that period, but good, really elite two-way player. Loved him. Loved his dunking. He was number 8.
Bad at Olajuwon's level.
Oh, fuck off.
No,
I can't believe you went there, motherfucker. Good call. You got me off guard. All right. Number 7. This is actually a guy I'm surprised is not on your list.
We haven't duplicated any yet.
No. Told you, mine's a bit more eclectic than yours. The answer. Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
AI.
yeah. And this is one.
He doesn't even make your notable mentions list, motherfucker.
Yeah, well.
And I'm look at him as a whole package. He came into the league as one of the greatest scorers in college. Bit of a head case, had a bit of trouble, that assault charge and all that sort of stuff. But he came into the league where that gangster sort of player mentality came in too. And he was that personified, right? Cornrows, the baggy jeans, the attitude. It's only practice, man. It's only practice. We're talking about practice. Possibly the greatest player 6 foot or under.
Yeah, you did say this. And I mean, Isaiah Thomas, man.
That's the only argument, though.
Yeah. I think Isaiah might be more accomplished.
True.
But he's not. There's no might about it. He's more accomplished.
AI is a better scorer and more athletic.
And we can't really talk about peaks because Thomas was, he was only 12 years in his career.
Allen Iverson, 1996 to 2010. So not that much longer, 14 years.
I mean, Iverson, I was even going to say Iverson's a bit more athletic and electric, but
who would have better handles? Isaiah or Iverson?
Oh, probably Iverson. He had that crazy good crossover. And I mean,
he's also got one of the most iconic moves of all time, the step over.
Yes.
Poor Tyrone, Lou. Poor Tyrone.
Well, that's Isaiah Ryder he's playing against there.
Oh, fuck, I forgot he played for the Lakers.
Yeah, AI. I mean.
Oh, and his Denver days too.
He played really well in Denver.
Him and Carmelo were a good combo.
Yeah. And Kenyon Martin there as well. That was a good team. He eventually got traded for Chauncey and ended up in Detroit. The Detroit stay wasn't that great.
That was falling apart by the time he got there.
But
he took one of the worst teams ever to the NBA Finals. That Philadelphia team was trash, man. Apart from Mutombo.
They won game 1 as well.
I know. All on him. He scored 46 in that game.
And I mean, I actually hold Iverson's play in Philly against him as far as watchability because he was just a one-man show. I don't like that kind of basketball.
He had no choice. There was no one there.
Yeah, and it's unfair. I'm holding his team against him, which is definitely not fair. Hey, we're talking about Derek Coleman in the previous episode.
So career stats, 26.7 points, 6.2 assists.
His career, there's good career numbers, man.
And 2.2 steals. That's pretty rounded, yeah?
Oh, we got the step over.
Oh, poor Tyrone. Tyrone plays pretty good defense there. I've heard AI come out and say he didn't mean like to step over him.
Oh, he meant it.
Watch, he looks back. This is the thing.
Yeah, but he does a big pronounced
and then he looks
step.
back. Yeah.
He meant every fucking second of that.
NBA MVP in 2001, 11-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 4-time scoring champion.
Yeah,
How many players on 6 foot or under were scoring champions? I think Nate, what's his name?
Tiny.
Archibald. I'm not sure anyone else.
Oh,
Rookie of the Year, Hall of Fame. Best season in Philadelphia when they get to the NBA Finals, 31.1, 4.9 assists, 2.5 steals.
It is pretty crazy that he was able to do what he did at that height. And obviously he completely changed the game.
Here we go, crosses over Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan had no idea what to do with it.
No.
But to be fair, he's given up 7 inches there.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah.
And it's a funny crossover, hey. It's not that real explosive cross. It just freezes you. I mean, he does that all the time. Some of those crossovers, like a Tim Hardaway crossover, just looks bang, bang. His was that lull you into a sense of, you know?
Some of them cross you over with the ball and some of them cross you over with the hesitation.
Yes.
So he's like Grant Hill in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AI.
The man. Oh, I'm not hating on that. Definitely can't hate on that.
Dennis 10, Mahmoud Abdul-Raouf 9, Sean Kemp 8, AI 7. So next, and it hurts me to have him this low, but I totally understand considering all the other players on the list. Clyde the Glide.
What? You've got Clyde at number 6.
I know.
You're one of your all-time favorites.
So, bit of history. I was a massive Clyde Drexler. No, not was. I am a massive Clyde Drexler fan.
You are.
For a long time of my formative years of enjoying and learning about basketball and getting into the NBA, I would have robust discussions with yourself and anyone else who'd want to have a chat about it.
Yeah.
That he was better than Michael the Goat Jordan.
That was a silly argument, wasn't it? Now
at the time, and
at the time it was silly, and
up until the 1992 NBA Finals, I was convinced I was right. But aesthetically and watching him play, he was the perfect blend of power and grace that you'd ever see on the basketball court. He was quick, he was strong, he would dunk like a motherfucker, and he would have graceful moves. He loved the 3-ball way too much. He wasn't a great 3-point shooter. And if it wasn't for MJ, Portland most probably would have had 2 championships in that era, and he was leading that team.
Oof.
Yeah.
I just wish he'd shaved his head completely earlier.
Yeah, the bald.
It wasn't a good look. The balding, the receding with the
mo.
With the mo.
He was only like 28 then. He looks like he's 45.
And I watch him there, and to me, without jokes, he feels older than me, like that I am now, and I'm fucking nearly 50.
Yeah.
It's
Now, I've gone back and I remember watching some YouTube videos of Fee Slammer Jammer with Hakeem. Those motherfuckers in Houston, University of Houston, would just run and dunk like you wouldn't believe. And he does, during one of those Houston games, a dunk from the foul line.
I'd love to know what his vertical leap was, because he was a very sneaky, crazy good athlete.
Yeah.
And probably one of the most gorgeous finger roll layup players in NBA history, along with George Gervin. But
NBA Countdown.
He just,
one of the iconic sort of clips of him going behind the back with the little finger roll into the ring.
How could he possibly like finger roll? And he'd put crazy English on it when he finger rolled it, and he'd do it from sort of like 12 to 15 foot out and really high, like backboard height, and it would just drop in.
It would drop in like a teardrop.
I don't know how. Yeah, he's one of those guys that could throw down the thunderous dunk, but could make the layups look as pretty as the dunks.
Yeah. He was a combination of like a Dominic Wilkins and a George Gervin that really classy sort of moves within the powerful dunks that would come with it.
Yeah, that's a good combo. And pretty much he didn't have a weakness on the floor.
Apart from 3-point shooting.
His only weakness was he wasn't Jordan. And in
Jordan's era, that's what hurt
in
you.
that era, being the second best two guard is pretty rough.
And Portland, if I'm not wrong, had 3 60-win seasons during that run. One of them they lost to the Lakers when they shouldn't have. They lost to Detroit in the finals, and then they lost to the Bulls in the finals. Out of those 3 seasons, they should have had one. And the one they should have gotten was beating Jordan the first time and getting past the Lakers. That one, they should have lost that.
They were definitely a team that deserved a title.
I mean, you were looking Clyde, Porter, Kersey, Buck Williams was a beast back then.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think Robinson joins them. I'm not sure exactly when. He was there for the 92
Cliffy.
finals. Yeah.
I think 86. 86. He was drafted there in 86 in the second round. I'm pretty sure he was drafted there.
And you know what really sucks about that team? They drafted Advita Sabonis, and he didn't come over when he should have come over.
Yeah, well, who knows what would have happened if they had prime Sabonis. I mean, even though when he did come over, he was still fucking good. But
imagine if they had him instead of Duckworth, bro.
Well, I mean, considering how good Sabonis was when he came over at the age he did, I can only imagine he definitely would have been an all-star caliber player.
Before his knees went out.
How high up old man, get up. He's probably as young as he ever was.
That's right. He's probably 22.
Oh,
just effortless, yeah.
He had a lot more athleticism than maybe people remember.
And I think it's that thing that you're saying. He just looks old, so they didn't give him the credit for his athleticism.
It was definitely a thing. I mean, you know how fickle I am with looks. Just the fact that he looked old, I was like, all right, you're out. Not into you at all.
So career stats, 20.4. Rebound, 6.1. Assist, 5.6. 2 steals per game. Played between 1983 and 1996. Started off with
83
Portland.
and 96.
Yeah.
He only had 13 years.
No, sorry, 98.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Still, 2015.
Yeah.
Played most of his career in Portland, then was traded to Houston during a mid-season run when Houston was spluttering on their way to their second NBA championship, teaming up with his best mate Hakeem, and well-deserved. That combination was great. It started off a bit rocky, and they will finish the 6th seed? Sixth seed in the West.
Lowest ever to win a title.
And against some very good teams in the West, got through them all. Clutch City was born. He was a big part of that. If I'm not wrong, I think they were the first players in the same team to score 40 points. Both of them could score 40 points in the Western Conference Finals, I think. Getting past Phoenix in the Western
Phoenix,
Conference
indeed. I was surprised that I really thought after that trade that they were going to struggle.
They should have
in the power forward position. Obviously they traded Thorpe for him.
But Robert Horry.
Yeah, well, I guess I didn't realize he was ready for that kind of role. And at the same time, that kind of 3-point heavy, like power forward, wasn't really a thing, and we didn't really think it was going to be effective. It was more of a niche kind of role position.
And teams weren't doing that. They weren't surrounding their good center with 4 3-point shooters and just spreading the floor. Rudy T started that with Hakeem and just a bunch of shooters around him.
Yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah, they did really, really well. So NBA champion 1995 with Houston, 10 times All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, Dream Team member, and in the Hall of Fame. Best season. So pretty good. 25 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, 6.7 assists per game. Really well-rounded.
That wasn't the year that they lost to the Bulls, was it?
It was.
That was 91, 92.
That's when he finished second in MVP
I thought it might have been 92, 93. He had that big year. But yeah, I did notice that. That was the only season he averaged over 25.
Yeah.
Which is quite surprising because he was known everywhere as the second best two guard and a scorer.
They had a lot of scoring on that team, though, because I think during that run, Jerome Kersey was averaging over 20 and Terry Porter was most probably around the 18.
Yeah, that was stacked, man.
Yeah. So Clyde the Glide.
Clyde. I was really shocked you put him that low. I could have sworn we were talking top 3 there. Are you finally realizing that you were backing the wrong horse all those years?
Shut up.
Silence is everything.
All right. So what number was that?
I believe 6.
Okay. Shaq. 5.
There you go. Shaq at 5. Come on, bro.
I'll put him over fucking Clyde, man.
Clyde's old.
Yeah, I know. So
And
Shaq now.
Not great.
Yeah.
What can we say about Shaq?
Oh,
That hasn't been said.
Yeah, absolute legend. Don't need to go through his stats. Like I said, an immovable force and a force never been seen before and most probably will never be seen again.
Can you imagine anybody coming into the league that's that big and that physically dominant, also with the athleticism and the skills and the charisma and the transition speed and the hands and the footwork?
No.
I've heard people on the net, that's why I try and stay away from these groups on Facebook and that, trying to say, oh yeah, Shaq's main reason for domination was his size. Then why didn't Stanley Roberts dominate?
Yeah.
Why didn't Kevin Duckworth dominate? Why?
It makes no sense. It's just it's a lazy argument to make, bro.
Yeah.
It's just lazy.
But it happens.
I know, but it's lazy.
So Shaq was number 5.
Yep.
Who we got at number 4? 4.
Number 4. Round mound of rebound.
I was wondering when he was going to rear his bald noggin.
The Chuckster, Charles Barkley.
Charles.
So I love
Barkley.
Charles. For a guy who's 6'4", and generously is 6'4", mind you.
You were quite shocked when I didn't have him.
I was.
Oh,
The shit he was able to do to win rebounding titles at 6'4", offensively gifted, athletic as fuck,
Mm-hmm.
definite dog, alpha dog, claimed to be the greatest player of all time and claims to be the greatest player on the Dream Team, notwithstanding he had Michael Jordan as a teammate.
He may have an argument for the Dream Team.
Played on a few teams, was super athletic in Philadelphia, got pissed off with the team, ended up in Phoenix, had his best season of all time in Phoenix. Battled weight problems his whole career.
I heard an interview with him recently. It came in the form of a short, and he was saying he honestly thought he was the best player in the world up until the 92-93 season against Jordan. And then he actually went and told his daughter,
I've seen this.
I've played somebody better than me. I have to admit he's better than me. But up until that point, he absolutely thought he was the best player in the world, and good on him.
And there's an argument to say on his impact on the game alone, from his perspective, you could understand that. Totally understand that.
And
he needed to say that. Why wouldn't you? If
Yeah.
you're going up against him.
And another guy who I think is a little bit underrated to time. To me, he shits all over Malone, Karl Malone.
Who? Charles?
Yeah. As far as a power forward.
Absolutely.
And yet most of these, Bleacher Report top players and fucking all these lists that come, the top 100 players that come out, he's usually always below Malone.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
It's-
Aesthetically, Charles, I think he's a better rebounder and defender than Karl Malone.
Absolutely.
Karl Malone
And a better passer.
and a better passer. Karl Malone fed off John Stockton. He didn't play with many really great point guards. He played with Kevin Johnson. I'm not sure who was the point guard in Philly, but he didn't play with a lot of guys who would feed him the ball.
I think it was Andrew Toney.
Okay.
But it wasn't until Phoenix he really had a championship quality team. So it's a shame that he spent all those years in Philly, I wouldn't say toiling away in obscurity, but a player of his stature, if he'd been on a team like Phoenix for more of his career and more of his prime, he might be remembered even more highly.
And I do like the way he took the piss out of being that tough, arrogant fucker after throwing that person through the window at that restaurant for insulting him and then releasing his shoes under the moniker of Sir Charles Barkley. Thank you very much.
It was actually the Dream Team where I really started falling in love with Charles, because up until that point I thought, he's just a bit fucking brash and a bit of a dick. But Yeah. I mean, his play in the Dream Team.
Oh, he's the top scorer for the Dream Team. He averaged the most points in that whole run. But rebounding titles, he does. I'm sorry, he's not supposed to get rebounding titles at 6'4". It doesn't make sense. So career stats: 22.1 points per game. Rebounds, career rebounds, 11.7.
Jesus.
3.9 assists per game. Field goal percentage for his career, 54.1.
That's pretty good for a guy his height playing in the post.
And he shot threes.
Yeah.
He actually had the three-point range. Played from 1984 to 2000 and had a career-ending knee injury in Houston when he was old already. But that knee injury was shocking. MVP in 1993, 11-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, into the NBA's greatest 75 players of all time. Best season, 25.6 points per game, 12.2 rebounds per game, 5.1 assists, playing for the Phoenix Suns in 1992-93 when they went up against the Bulls.
That's not a bad year.
The Chuckster, Sir
It
Charles.
was almost there, but I mean, that's pretty much everybody in Jordan's era.
They didn't feed during Jordan's era. Another one that most probably is justified in having a title and never got one.
Quite a selfish guy, Jordan.
Yeah,
wrecking these careers of these all-time great Hall of Famers who just couldn't get a ring with him around.
Prick. What number was he?
4.
All right.
Loving Chuck. I mean, he was a hard one for me to leave off, like a really hard one. And to be fair, like I could have swapped probably 10 players into that were in the mix for that sort of 5. For me, 5 through 10 was wide open. I mean, my top 5 was pretty unassailable.
Yeah.
But my 5 through probably 20 was just wide open. It could have been anyone.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. At number 4, Hakeem the Dream. Done. Number 3 or number 4?
3.
Number 3, Hakeem the Dream. So
Hakeem.
3.
Anything you want to add to our previous conversation about the Dream?
No, I think we've spoken about it enough. I've insulted you enough for your position for him. Yeah. Still, the only player to win NBA MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, NBA Champions, and Finals MVP. I don't think we'll see that.
And you're firmly in the camp that believes they could have.
Oh, we're going there. All right.
They could have beat the Bulls.
I say this for a couple of reasons. The Bulls always struggled against Houston, even when they were flying. They always struggled, and Hakeem used to torch them all the time. So peak Hakeem going against the Bulls team with Horace, and I'm taking the last Bulls team of that run into the next season. So that's Horace, Pip, Paxson, all those guys against a young, angry Houston team with Mad Max, Kenny Smith, Otis Thorpe, and Hakeem at the peak. Oh, I think they get one. I do. I don't think the Bulls go 8 straight. I reckon they drop one in there.
Do you reckon AI ever gets to the point
that I could predict that?
Where we could do a simulation, like a real simulation based on, they're going to have some kind of strange algorithm where they know absolutely everything, the ins and outs, the strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths and weaknesses, probability of injury, where they're going in their career trajectory, all of that. I reckon we will at some point. And I reckon we're pretty close now.
Yeah, who fucking knows? But yeah, wouldn't that be interesting?
If it's not that team, I'm not sure the 95 team, because the 95 team to me on paper is weaker than the 94 team.
Yeah.
But I think between those two teams with Hakeem at his peak, and man, how awesome would be though, seeing Drexler and Jordan go up again and Drexler getting one over Jordan. That would be fucking cool.
For you, yeah. Yeah.
But just looking at what that Houston team did in that 2-year run and knowing how much trouble they gave Chicago all the time, I reckon the 7-game series, they might get them.
Well, they never really. Just backtracking before I say something I shouldn't. They never faced a great center, like a great.
Not in the finals.
Center in the finals. Yeah.
No.
So it'd be interesting to see how they would go, because if they'd played a team with a great center in that first kind of three-peat era, you're talking about fucking Cartwright trying to defend Olajuwon. I mean, fuck knows what he would have done to him.
And the problem would have been Otis Thorpe, because Otis Thorpe would match up and cancel it. Him and Horace Grant cancel each other out. But if it's the team that they put on the floor in 95, where it's just Olajuwon in the middle and everyone spreads out, you kind of negate the ability to double team Hakeem. And he's going up against Luke Longley in that second era, right?
Mm.
I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, I reckon they get one. And I'd love, it's one of those sliding doors notice, but I really reckon they get at least one.
We'll see when AI gets to that level. AI, sponsors of Old Head Hoops.
We love Rode. We love Phillips. We love Black Magic.
Black Magic. Get on board. Get on board.
We love you.
Who have we got at number two? Number two.
Number two.
Or have we got some double ups now?
No, only the last one. So, okay, the last one's MJ. He's number one. Fair enough. We've done that.
MJ is number one on every list ever made about anything.
Except for the bronzosexuals who don't know fuck all. But anyway. All right. Number two. Kobe Bean.
Kobe. So you got Kobe 2 and Jordan 1.
Yep.
Two pretty identical players.
So it's the mirror image that's just a little bit off, right?
I wouldn't say a little bit off, but it's a facsimile.
The facsimile. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A facsimile.
And that was my reason for not putting him in my top 10. It's not that.
That's the reason why I put him in my top 10.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's one of the 10 greatest players ever. But I couldn't have Jordan and the player who modeled everything in his game around Jordan in there at the same time. It just felt odd to me.
And it's funny. I look at it the complete opposite. Because he modeled himself on the greatest of all time, and dedicated himself to become pretty much an absolute facsimile of Jordan, I couldn't say he wasn't in the list. If I loved Jordan, then I had to love him.
I see your point. And one day we're going to actually have to do our top 10 players, full stop, of all time.
I'd love to see where that comes out.
Yeah. I've kind of hinted a few times as to what my top 10 players of all time would be, but it would definitely include Kobe.
Yeah.
I think he's just an amazing player.
Amazing scorer, played both ends of the court. Coming into the league as a kid, as a high school kid, with the arrogance he had at him at that time. To LA, of all places.
Yeah.
And wasn't fazed by it at all. Didn't get the court time that he clearly demanded and wanted and had to earn it.
Oh, my God.
And to me, Kobe is 8 and Kobe is 24 are different players, but just as good as each other. Kobe at 8, far more athletic. Kobe at 24, the better scorer and a better, wildly sort of better. The other thing that I truly love about Kobe, and you know me, I like the mental side of the game. Black Mamba mentality. You know, you think about the way he talks about the game, the cerebral dissection he has on the game and the way he studied it. I remember Reggie Miller giving an interview about Kobe, and Kobe was in his second year or third year and going up to Reggie during a game and asking him, how do you get open? I saw you, get open against Jordan when he pushed off him. How'd you get away with that and all that sort of stuff? And then at the end of that game, maybe I think a year later, they're playing, and I think Lakers were down by 1 against Indiana, and Kobe did exactly what Reggie told him he did against Jordan to hit the game winner and beat them. It's that sort of stuff, that real intellectual understanding of the game and needing to he was kind of like the Looney Tunes, trying to take the best out of all the players that he played against, with Jordan being at the peak of all of that, and trying to make the perfect prototype basketballer in a 6'6" frame, athletic as fuck as Kobe Bryant. But the Black Mamba mentality, that is, I will outwork you no matter what. I will exploit my God-given talent to the degree that doesn't exist, because you will never get where I will get to, because I will always outwork you. And then that redeem team story, that all of those chump players, great players, but not on his level, going out and partying before the workouts of getting ready to take it to the Olympics after America only won bronze the period before. And the boys coming back, your Dwayne Wade, your LeBrons, your Carmelos coming back from the club at 4 a.m. to the hotel, and Kobe's dripping with sweat after coming out from the gym and had already done his first workout and was going for a rest. And everyone just looking at that going, what the fuck? This is the Olympics. We're all here to have a bit of fun. And this motherfucker's going for his workout at 4 a.m. That makes no fucking sense.
I mean, I remember that Spain game. He won. He took the game over in that fourth quarter, and nobody else on that team was ready to do it. And
not only that, his teammate and good mate, Pau Gasol, was on the other team. And he told the boys, I'm going to run right through him.
Yeah.
And on the first screen, he floored Pau Gasol to the ground.
He's ruthless.
He's an assassin.
Just like Jordan, he was just completely ruthless and 100% focused on competition. He didn't give a fuck.
No.
He was just there to kill you.
Winning at all costs. And I remember seeing him and Shaq being interviewed a few years after, I think, Kobe retired. I remember Shaq telling him, go for 60 in your last game and all of that, and the mad love in the room. And they were jockeying about, who was going to get the more championships. And Shaq tells him, yeah, I got my fourth with D Wade. And Kobe saying, yeah, that fucking killed me. And then he said, okay, then I saw you getting together with Pau Gasol. And he said, I had to get one more than you. It had to be one more than Shaq. And when they interviewed him after he won his fifth one, and that was one of the things he said, I got one more than Shaq. That grudge that he held because of what happened in LA when they broke up. And he took that and made it clear in public and everything else. You got to love that.
one thing that makes me really sad about the whole Kobe thing is we never, as a public, we never found out the relationship that he had with Jordan until after he died. Jordan was doing the eulogy. And I remember when he was saying it, that him and Kobe were close. They talked all the time. They talk in the middle of the night. Like and he was giving him all these tidbits.
Big brother, little brother.
And I was like, man.
Wouldn't you love to have been?
The public would have loved to have known about
that up.
And
but at the same time, I love they had that private moment.
Yeah.
The two of them. The absolute legend and the one who was his heir apparent,
But two of the most famous and elite basketball players ever, but two of the most famous athletes on the planet having this tight-knit relationship and nobody knows. It's pretty crazy that they kept that quiet, that somehow it didn't leak. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bean.
Yeah, right. Speaking of those moments, in a previous pod when I was saying, you remember where you were. I remember where I was when Magic Johnson announced the HIV. I remember where I was when I found out about Kobe Bryant. I was up at work and I was on day shift, so I was getting ready for the bus at like 5 a.m. And first thing I always do in the bus in the morning is check the NBA. And on ESPN, it had in big lettering, breaking news, Kobe Bryant dead. And I'm just like, fuck off. Like, what? And then I read it and I'm just like, this can't be real. Like my site must have been hijacked somehow. There's no way. Right. And then looked at a few other sites and I was just like, fuck. And it actually like really hit me.
Yeah, same.
And especially knowing his daughter died on the flight with him.
And that's another thing I really love about Kobe. His willingness to impart his knowledge on the game on others. And I recall him coaching his daughter's team, taking his daughter, and I think it's Gianna was the really one who wanted to play ball. And I remember sitting them courtside and there's a conversation they're having. And it's not a conversation about, who's going to win or what. The conversation is dissecting how the players are playing. And he's teaching Gianna the game. As a dad, I coach and into that. It's another thing about him that I truly loved. And I remember the same thing. I was at home with, I think, my eldest. I don't think my other kids were born yet. It was 2019. When did he die? Yes, I think it was 2019. But we'll check that. And I remember just sitting down and I think it was just messing around. I saw it come on the TV at home. I was just like, fuck. And I felt it. And I remember talking to my wife at the same time and she was shocked. And not many athletes do that. You respect what they do and everything else. But Kobe had an aura around him that was just a bit different and it meant a bit more. So I felt that. I did too.
I even said to Tara, I'm like, I'm really feeling this is so weird for me because obviously I've never met Kobe. He's an athlete that I just watch on TV. It shouldn't be hitting me as much as it is, but he was so young, so accomplished, and he, of all the players, I thought, I thought he was going to struggle in retirement.
Yeah, he didn't.
But he just
excelled.
pivoted straight away and just went right into directing his own short movies and had his own production company. It's like, man, this guy is killing it and loving it.
Yeah.
And he just thrown himself right into women's hoops.
Yeah.
And it was such a shock that somebody that much vitality
was gone.
And
and you know what I also loved? I don't know if you've seen the commercial. That commercial when he's walking out, and everyone's yelling abuse at him. We hate you, Kobe, and that. You've seen that ad, right?
No.
Try to find that ad. And there's all of the other.
I thought you were going to call me Jamie there. I thought I was Joe Rogan.
And it's a great ad, and he's sort of conducting the crowd, and they're all saying, "We hate you, Kobe." Da 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 da. The love he had from the NBA community in his final season of playing after he comes back from his Achilles, all around the league, even the teams he torched like Boston along the way and everything else, they truly had an affinity with Kobe B. Bryant. So, and he gets up and he's sort of like in all different stadiums, and even Rasheed Wallace is hanging shit on him, and he's just, conducting them all and loving. And you knew he loved to go into other venues and play where they hated him and hang shit on him and just elevated his game. But to go in his final season across the whole league playing for the last time in front of everyone, and everything changed. It was goodbye, Kobe. We love and respect you. We understand you. We understand what you've done for this game. Not many players get that. And I don't think many players will, but he did, universally loved after the end of his game. The other thing, tough as fuck. He played through so many injuries that normal other players, LeBron in particular, would not be able to get on the floor for. The motherfucker took his 2 free throws after snapping his Achilles. Who fucking does that?
I think in his head he knew that I'm going to be out for a long time. Might as well just drill a couple more shots.
I know, but he walks off.
Yeah.
He snapped his Achilles and he walks off. I don't think Jason Tatum walked off. I didn't see Halliburton walk off.
No, he was unfortunately just not quite. He never quite came back. It was quite hard seeing Kobe come back after that because he was definitely diminished. He'd become really, really inefficient, like super inefficient.
Very high volume shooter would not hit him because he couldn't drive to the basket anymore. He couldn't get past people, but he still hit the shot. But to go out on a 60 piece, and I know it was a kind of a padded 60 piece.
That game is pretty interesting to watch. I've watched it again recently, and that fourth quarter is crazy. Like, he's just hitting
crazy
everything. Because when I knew the result of the game before I watched it for the first time, and I thought, they're just all, it's like the David Robinson 71-point game. They're just all giving it to him.
So it's not like that.
No, he was shot making.
Yeah, all right.
There were no gimmies in that game whatsoever. I think it was Utah. They were trying to win.
Yeah.
They were trying to win. They were guarding hard, and Kobe just went on a heater.
And he just hit everything.
And it was just hitting everything.
That's the way to go out then, yeah?
He went out slinging, and that's the only way he could go out,
Yeah.
A guy like that. I mean, there was the time, I remember watching the league in that 2010s-ish range.
He was the greatest player on the planet.
He was the best player.
Yeah.
He was easily the best player. And I just remember thinking at the time, this LA team is just unbeatable. It's just, I don't know how you're supposed to fucking beat these guys. And I was obviously a Boston fan, and I couldn't see my guys taking him out. I was just like, what are we supposed to do about Kobe, man?
So don't forget, he was a 9-time all-defensive NBA. So career stats. Let's just go through those quickly. So career stats average, 25, 5.2 rebounds, 4.7 assists, played between 1996 and 2016. So 20 years. 20 years at
25, 5 and 5 for 20 years.
That's fucking pretty impressive. 5-time NBA champion, 2 times finals MVP without Shaq. NBA MVP 2008. Can't believe he only got one. He's another. Him and Shaq, most probably a deserving dual MVP winners. 18-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 12-time All-Defensive Team, two-way player on both
Mm.
ends of the court and took that shit seriously. He wanted to guard the best player on the other team all the time. Two-time scoring champion and 81-point game, second most of all time. I've seen that game too.
Yeah,
against
that's another
Toronto.
crazy one to watch.
I think there's at one point he scores nearly 40 points straight or something. It's fucking
They
ridiculous.
weren't trying to let him score either.
No.
that game. But I mean, Toronto. That's Jalen Rose has said quite often, like,
I couldn't do anything. It was just.
what am I supposed to do?
Have you seen that ad? There's another ad when Kobe's sitting down and he's having a martini, and Jalen walks in and they have a little chat, and the guy asks him, "Well, how many olives would you like?" And he looks at the waiter and says, 81. And he looks at Jalen. That's just a little joke between us two.
There you go, the top 10.
Top 10. So 3 crossovers.
That's not too bad.
I think if we look at the 20 players, or the 23 crossovers, the 17 players we had there, that's a pretty eclectic, fun list of players to watch and love.
And, just goes to show why the era that we started following is the best.
I'm just trying to think, any of them still playing now? Nope.
Definitely none from my list.
No, none from mine.
You really start to feel old when the players that you love start retiring, especially if you've seen them from their rookie years.
Yes.
I remember how I felt when Shaq retired. I was just like,
Can't be that old. He can't be retiring.
Shaq's young and rapping and making movies. What do you mean he's retiring?
Yeah.
It's just so weird. And then Kevin Garnett and like all these players that you've watched from the very beginning, and then they start retiring. And you're just like, where the fuck did that 15-year career go? Like, where? And now, sadly, we're coming to the tail end of LeBron's beautiful career.
With all due respect, I give him his raps for what he's achieved, but there's just so many asterisks and things along the way. And don't get me started, but him as a person pisses me off.
On that note, let's wrap this one up, eh? Another great episode of Old Head Hoops.
Top 10, all done.
Top 10, both of us.
We would love to hear what you think. By all means, remember the criteria. It's not the top 10 greatest players of all time. It's the top 10 players that meant something to us, we love to watch and connected with us.
Absolutely. Let's get on to the next one.
Sweet.
All right, old heads and young heads alike. Thank you very, very much for tuning in with us for another episode of Old Head Hoops. Please help us with the show. Help us spread the word. If you're on video format, please like and subscribe. If you're on audio format, please rate and review wherever you have the opportunity to do so. And word of mouth means a hell of a lot. So tell your family, your friends, your loved ones, anybody who loves hoops, anybody who loves retro hoops, and anybody who loves the weird and wonderful tangents that me and Mus love to go on. So we would also love to hear from you guys. We would love to interact. We would also love to have some mailbag episodes moving forward. So please get in contact with us on our Gmail account, which is all one word, oldheadhoopspod@gmail.com. oldheadhoopspod@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram account. So we're at oldheadhoopspod. We have an X account and we're at oldheadhoops. And we have a Facebook page at Old Head Hoops. Just type in Old Head Hoops on any of these socials. You should be able to find us. So thank you very, very much once again, and we will see you next time.